Hello, everyone out there. This is AJ from Late Night Productions coming back with another episode of Final Fantasy VII. We left off on a kind of bitter note last week, didn't we, there, Ashtar?
Yes, we did.
A little game over for us, yeah?
Yep. So, little explanation to if we sound different. There's a disclaimer in the description that it explains it. So, if you hear me echoing or if you hear any weirdness, then you know why.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, shall we get started?
We apologize for any sort of yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we apologize in advance for any sort of weirdness that happens, but we couldn't really do anything about it.
We would be using Discord, but Discord dropped our call, what, twice?
It disconnected us. It with no warning, like in the middle of a conversation, just suddenly dropped,
Yeah. So, maybe we'll go back to Discord next week, but
and
for
it even
now,
put you into offline mode at one point.
huh. Anyway, shall we continue?
Yeah, so we're going to, yeah.
Back to this, you think we should grind some and then try, or just go ahead and try?
We can grind a little bit if you really want to.
Run in circles, run in circles, run in circles. Ba, 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 ba. What was that? Did you see that? Ashtar, you still there? What happened to Yuffie's weapon?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, great. But you see what?
Unfortunately not. The feed is lagging a little bit, but I can. Yeah, everything's fine. The feed lagging a little bit.
You want to see if we
Skype,
can
but
try
the
Discord again?
feed on the YouTube is fine, so I'm gonna have to work on a delay here.
Unless you want to try to use Discord again.
Um, if you want to poke the demon, sure.
1 second,
If you want to
folks.
poke the demon.
Uh, 1 second. I'm going to drop the Skype call and I'll call you back on Discord if it lets me, alright? If not, I'll go right back to Skype. Alright?
Alright.
1 second, folks, while we figure this out. Sorry for the delay this is causing. Oh, wrong thing to click on. I'm smart. 1 second, folks, while we get this figure this out. I'm sorry. Come on, Discord, load. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We have people watching. This is so embarrassing. At least my stream health went back up. Come on. Come on, Discord. I'm sorry, folks. I'm trying. Come on, come on. Okay. Computer, don't do that. Uh, Okay, let's try that again. If this doesn't work, I'll go back to Skype. I don't care. Come on, Discord. forget it. Close. 1 second, folks. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. This is not good. Oh, come on, Skype. Not you too. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sorry, folks. Why is my internet acting up so bad today? Technical difficulties. Sorry, everyone. Come on. Hold on, folks. I'm sorry. Tab. Ashtar? Can you hear me? Say something, please.
Hello?
Oh, God. You're here.
I can hear you.
Oh, Jesus.
Help?
I don't know why this is acting up so bad.
Sorry about that, everybody.
This is annoying. Why can't this just go, like, smoothly?
Don't bother streaming. I'll just work on...
Are you gonna try to watch it through YouTube?
Again, everybody, we're not sure what's going on, and we're not sure why it's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it through YouTube.
Okay.
There's no lag there. Well, slight lag there, but not what Skype was doing.
Yeah.
Skype was artifacting, so... And if anybody's curious, we don't know what's going on or why it's going on, but it's happening.
I tried to reload Discord,
So,
but it wouldn't even load, so... This is how we're gonna have to do things for the day, I guess.
We apologize in advance for any...
Weirdness.
Yeah, that one might just be on your... We'll try to go the entire time, but if it becomes too much, then... Oh boy.
That was a crit. The game still works, so that's a blessing right there.
Yes, it
How did Yuffie get confused? I'm not paying attention.
Oh, that's how.
I think there should be at least a 30-second delay between what I see and what
Yes.
you see.
YouTube stream. Yeah. Okay, he just got into a battle. That was a back attack. You just activated Land Scraper, for reference's sake.
Yeah, I think there's at least a 30-second delay, which is not a bad amount of delay. Hi, Behemoth.
It's not the worst.
Ow.
Yeah, Behemoth in this game is not bad. I'll have to wait and see what the owl was about.
Hmm? Oh, right. I keep forgetting you're not seeing it in real time.
The only claim to fame that this Behemoth has is the fact that it's got... Yeah. And the only claim to fame that the Behemoths in this game have versus the others is that it has the retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not really a claim to fame because in FF5 they also had question mark, question mark, question mark.
You know, I have not used that yet.
Not really that great.
Hmm.
So in a lot of games with the retaliation attack, the math on it is kind of weird.
Ah.
Because to figure out how much damage you're doing, it takes how much HP is your max versus how much HP you have and does the difference.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't take into account the defense of the enemy, because it's non-elemental. So, it's weird arcane math, is what it is.
Yuffie leveled up.
Alright. Whenever there's a little bit of lag, I'm going to see if I can just hop the video ahead.
What? Oh, it's downloading my save files. Duh! I can wait a minute.
But
Remember, it synced with the Final Fantasy VII website servers, so I'm waiting for it to download my save file so I can save. Wow, my internet's slow. There we go.
something I think is just wrong with your internet today.
Well, it doesn't help that it's like really stormy outside, which messes with my stuff, and my mom and stepdad are working right now. I have an idea. Ow.
Right.
Whatever these things are.
Okay, so
It just slowed Cloud down. Okay. Seriously? It's gonna slow my entire party down? Seriously?
whack.
It doesn't do any damage, it just slows my party down.
I forgot that the animations in this game were just literally causing the characters' animations to go slower or faster instead of applying an aura.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Here's hoping it works. Hold
Because
on.
usually in other games it'll apply like an outline or aura.
Ah. Here we go again.
Right. So, just as a reminder, because I remembered this, Rude absorbs fire.
Gotcha. I'm thinking about trying Hades on them for status effects.
I don't know if they're immune to things or not, and I don't remember exactly what Hades does in the long run.
I can't remember who has Hades.
If Hades doesn't work out too well, then we'll just stick with non-elemental.
Oh, I need to heal Cloud, like, now. Oh, my root beer's watered down. Nobody likes watery root beer. It's not fun.
Okay, so... So if Hades goes before Knights of the Round, then we'll see if what they're immune to and what they're not.
I doubt it, because I think they're going by the order they were put in.
If Knights of the Round goes first, then they're just dead.
But didn't we use Knights of the Round before and it didn't really work? I don't remember. Or maybe it was the 3 Bahamut's that we used.
No, we only used the Bahamut's. We used all 3 Bahamut's.
I think you're right.
Yes. So this should probably do it.
Hopefully.
Knights of the Round is broken.
This is why you should never really have it early in the game.
That's the thing. There's nothing penalizing you for just going out of your way to go get it.
No. And if you want to completely break the game over your knee... Am I right?
Like, there's nothing saying that you just can't go get it whenever. Like, you can just go ahead and just blitz it as soon as you can.
As soon as you're able to breed chocobos.
Yeah, so...
Meet King Arthur!
I think, yeah. That's the thing. I think, summon-wise, in the series...
What?
This actually does the most damage?
What? It was... What? What?
What?
You'll see!
I mean, it finished the battle.
Yeah, but we could have done that last time and saved us so much trouble!
I mean, that's not what Knights of the Round does.
Why did we use that last time?
I don't know, because you wanted to use all the Bahamut's.
I like all the Bahamut's, leave me alone.
Remember, I think summon-wise, in this series of the game, Knights of the Round does the most.
Yeah...
However, technically, because Odin is an instant kill to things that aren't immune to it, Odin is technically the most powerful. Because Knights of the Round does damage, but isn't necessarily an instant KO. Odin is an instant KO.
I can't believe the fight was so much more easier than that.
That's the thing about Knights of the Round, and why it never appears in another game, is because it is 100% broken.
I don't know if we're going the right way. Tifa! Hi! You're okay! That water pipe needs to be fixed.
Yep.
Hi, Sid! Does it really matter which way we go?
I don't remember.
Apparently, yes. Wait, Sid's gone. Okay.
Because you went forward. There's numbers on the wall.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He is gone, but that's probably because he figured out which way to go.
Blade beam.
Oh.
You're dead. And not a single tick of damage. Right now, Red 13 is my beefiest character.
I can see that by the health amounts. At least they dropped turbo ethers.
Yep. Okay, do we want to go inside and see if we can get Kate Sith's ultimate weapon, or we just want to skip it?
That's up to you.
I'm good either way. That's why I'm asking you. There is a save point.
Go ahead and grab. Go ahead and grab it if you feel like you're going to use it. Like, is Kate Sith the character you are going to use?
Have I yet? Except for that one time in the Coral Prison but you had to use him then?
Have you used him at any other point than when you have absolutely had to? If the answer is yes, do it. If the answer is more than twice, then go ahead. If the answer is I've only used him when they forced him on me, then no.
And we're not 100% in the game.
It is a pain to 100% the game.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it is kind of like stormy, rainy where I live. So if I lose power and the stream just cuts off, I am extremely sorry.
If the stream ends abruptly or has to end prematurely due to internet issues, whether or not it's a power outage or just straight internet issues, we apologize in advance, but there's nothing we can really do about it.
And we will, if it does cut off and we're not able to get back, before a certain amount of time, then we'll make it up in the next week.
Yep. And a disclaimer will be added to the video should that happen.
Oh, I was confused.
A disclaimer and apology.
Yuffie is slowed. Ow. Cloud!
Yeah, now keep in mind there's a lot of weird, archaic stuff that happens in this game.
Cloud killed Yuffie!
Of course.
Wrong button.
Now, it does seem that this is turn-based, it's technically not. To explain sort of why, there are, instead of turns, there's ticks that happen. So, those ticks have your AP, which is your action points, go up to a certain point. Which is that bar you see, Phil.
Excuse me.
I don't know if there's anything that affects that in this game, but
These guys are annoying.
Agreed. But yeah, it disguises itself as turn-based because you take turns hitting, but those turns hitting are done by the time. So things that are buffs work off of ticks instead of turns. So
I think I'm supposed to be here.
a lot of weirdness happens because of this. It's sort of a mixture of the old turn-based action combat that Final Fantasy had with the new active combat that it became. with, you know, the action point system and whatnot in later Final Fantasies.
Uh-huh.
This is a mixture of the two, and it doesn't work out the best.
Bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun.
FF8 later expanded on more of the active system with that. Eventually, they just got rid of the turn-based altogether and made it an active system.
Hmm.
But this game was their first try at mixing the two, and you can definitely tell that there's a lot of
Weirdness.
hiccups.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weirdness to it that doesn't exist much later on in like 8, 9, and 10, where they still have the system
Here we
of
go.
turn-based with ticks.
Proud Claude.
That's a mistranslation.
What's it supposed to be?
I don't... Well, the Proud is not the mistranslation. The Claude's the mistranslation. I don't quite remember originally what Claude was supposed to be a translation of, but it didn't translate well. Again, this being a PS2 game and early in the era
it's a
of
PlayStation game.
yeah, this being a PlayStation game and being early in the sort of like the translation for Japanese to English era, there's a lot of weirdness to
Sort through.
sort through. And keep in mind that for a while there used to be only like a very small amount of people who would translate. And they didn't really know all the intricacies of the language. They just sort of... But they knew more than, you know, like a basic web translator at that point.
Uh-huh.
So, what ended up happening for a lot of bigger companies was that they had to hire this small, like at least 1 or 2 people of this small group. And a lot of the translations would be very strange. Less strange as if they did computer translation, but still strange.
Mm-hmm. This summon is so OP at this point.
Like a good example of one of the weird translations of this game is that some of the spell names, which sometimes you can't see because they're enemy attacks, are very strange vernacular. Like, they just don't sound like proper English. They sound like muddled English. Like, even if you look at some of the text, you can sometimes see it.
Mm-hmm. This guy are sick.
Yeah, this guy are sick and things very similar to that. Where R's
Something
are
died.
replaced with L's. Did you hear the whoosh noise?
Mm-hmm. Well, I love Knights of the Round. Lightning was born. Kujata leveled up. Lightning leveled up. L leveled up. Fire was born.
So if you see the text was born, that means that you've
Made another materia.
made another materia.
And I got
Now
the
that's-
Ragnarok.
Now, the main reason why it says was born is because the translation was supposed to be was created, but they translated it as that.
Mm-hmm.
So in the original Japanese, I don't know exactly what it said, but I think it said something along the lines of, like, insert material name here was created. But I think they messed up the kanji and said was born when they translated it.
Huh. Their robot exploded. Wait, does that mean Scarlet and Heidegger are dead?
Yes.
Well,
Out of everybody in this game, the only person who is on that board of people, there's like 2 or 3 people on that board who do not die. Palmer, who kind of just appears and disappears.
yeah, he gets hit by a truck.
He gets hit by a truck, and then he appears in a later scene, and then just sort of disappears after that again. And we don't really know what happens.
Mistle?
Rufus, not Rufus, Reef,
Yeah.
Reeves. And, the last one is, Rufus.
Oh, it's a bangle. Okay. I need to
Yeah,
get
so
Claudia's
those
sword.
Those are the 3 people who survive. Palmer sort of just disappears into the ether, is not seen again.
Mm-hmm.
Reeves is on our side, and sort of just sticks there, and also disappears at the end of this game. And Rufus, well, his fate happens in Advent Children.
Well, he still survives in Advent Children, right?
I don't remember.
Try to figure out who the Mistle will be best on, you know what I mean?
The what? The missile?
Mistle or Mistile.
What stats does it give?
Defense, mostly.
Well, just a question. It gives defense, magic defense, and magic defense percent. I believe the magic defense percent is the thing. I don't remember which of those is broken. One of those 2 magic defense things is broken. I don't remember which one. Honestly, the fact that you stuck it on Yuffie is probably the best, because I saw all of them go up well.
What are you? Gross Panther Big. Ow! Well, there goes its head. Oh! You killed Red! Oh, we're right near a save point, too. Yuffie! Bahamut Zero! End this guy! What are you typing up over there?
Something else.
Okay.
Yeah, so the thing about summons is that depending on the game, it's weird how they work. So, summons at first are like this. You either use a summoner, or in this game, materia, and you...
What?
You know... You get them.
Not cool.
Dead. Anyway, so eventually, summons became this weird other thing. I don't know exactly at which Final Fantasy they changed from these big hit creatures to separately controlled creatures. It was a thing that happened at a point. I think that was 13 that did that, and nobody liked 13, but
no,
for other
I think
reasons.
10 was the, that you first be able to fight by their side.
Might have been 10. Anyway, so before summons became that, certain summons were sort of prized as the big hit. Surprisingly enough, in early games before summons were really fleshed out, Bahamut was considered the big hit. But then when summons were fleshed out, Bahamut sort of became not the big hit. Others were, by 5, other summons were figured out to have bigger hits than Bahamut. Under certain circumstances. One optional summon in particular in 5, called Silva, did, I believe it was, wind damage. And there was a weapon in the game which upped your wind damage as long as you had it equipped. Which synergized with the summon. So it, under those conditions, it did more than Bahamut. In 6, summons were sort of weird. Sort of all over the place. In this game, you see how summons work. They are materia where they have a lot of weird stats to them. And they sort of get better as you level them out. At least the materia. In 8, they took the idea of leveling up the summons to make them better and expanded on it. But they also made it so that they did, I think it was variable damage. And then, just before 10, in 9, they made it so that certain stones, the more of them you had, the more damage certain summons did. And it was sort of weird. And then 10 and after, it changed. They still had the big hits that were known to people, you know, like Diamond Dust and things like that. But that wasn't all the summon was anymore.
I can't believe we're so close to a save point and we got a KO.
It happens. Anyway, summons have changed a lot. Some summons have fallen into obscurity, some summons have stayed around.
Like, the ones I know that mostly stayed around are like Ifrit, Shiva...
Ifrit, Shiva, and Bahamut are the 3 that have stayed around, period.
Yeah. I know in 8, the Thunder Summon was called Quetzalcoatl or something like that.
Quetzalcoatl?
Quetzalcoatl, thank you. You know, I never been able to pronounce that when I was a kid.
Understandable, because it's either Aztec or Mayan.
One of the two, yeah.
I think it's actually Mayan. I think it's actually Aztec, because Kukulkan is the Mayan version. Anyway, usually the Thunder Summon, which was a long mainstay, was Ramu, or Rama.
Rama, that's what I used to call him.
Yeah. He was the Thunder Summon for a long time, and then he got replaced with Quetzalcoatl for one game, and then he came back. Who else is there? There's Leviathan, I know is pretty much is around for a while. Who else? I think that might be it. Titan, sorry, Titan's the other one. He's the token Earth Summon.
Have you ever seen anyone play Final Fantasy VIII?
A little bit.
Have you ever heard of the Brothers Summon?
Yes.
Oh
so
my
the
god.
Brothers Summon is actually a reference to something in FF5.
That summon is one of my favorite summons in 8 because it's just of the animation.
Yes. But it's actually a reference to something in 5.
Huh.
So, in Final Fantasy V, there are 2 bosses which, you know, look like the brothers. One's called Sekhmet, which you fight in a pyramid and is pathetic. And when you kill him, you say, I think when you'll meet my brother at a tower, he'll whip you with his and then dies. And then the Minotaur, his brother, you meet in... There's 2 towers. One's a mage tower and one's the brawler tower. You meet in the brawler tower where he guards Holy. And when you beat him, he's like, "Fool, I'll show you the true power of Holy." Tries to cast Holy and it says not enough MP and then he dies.
That's funny.
But he's the brother of Sekhmet, which you meet earlier. And that's the entire reference the 2 brothers summon is.
Oh.
Is that those 2 guys were related in FF5.
Like I said, it was their animation when I was a kid that I really liked.
Yeah. So
Do
the
you hear
entirety
that?
of the Two Brother Summon. Hear what?
The thunder outside.
No.
Huh. Anyway.
Anyway, so the tiny one in the Two Brother Summon is supposed to be Sekhmet, because you meet him much earlier and he's much tinier stat-wise.
Mhm.
And the bigger one's supposed to be Minotaur,
Huh.
because you meet him much later and he's much more powerful.
Alright, let's see if we can get to the save point without dying this time.
So yeah, that's the history behind that summon. It's a really funny history, the fact that they reference something from FF5 as a summon, but it's there.
Oh no. No, 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 no. Can I get clout, please? Thank you. I am not dealing with you.
Yeah, another summon that sort of fell into obscurity because of what it did was Kujata. Kujata is the only summon I know of in the entire series of Final Fantasy that does more than one type of damage. Usually summons will do one type of damage, or no, one type of element, or no element at all in damage. Kujata is the only summon that I know of that does more than one. He does 4.
I know.
The problem with Kujata, because of how this game is coded, is that if the enemy you hit absorbs any of them, it'll absorb the entire attack.
Which is stupid.
Which is extremely stupid. Because in previous games, since all the summons were one element, that couldn't happen as easily. However, one of the things this game does do, that for Odin, that some games don't, is that if Odin cannot kill the enemy, he'll throw a spear instead.
Yep. Please tell me it's completely dead.
So in FF5 and in this game, both of the games have that.
Oh, thank God. I'm listening to you, Ashtar. I'm just like...
Yep. Yeah, Odin's also a mainstay.
Ashtar, I have a question for you.
Yes.
You know that Barrett's ultimate weapon, right?
Yes.
Well, the only way to get it is to put Barrett in my party right now, run up the stairs, and grab it.
How often do you use Barret?
How often have I used Barrett? You should know that answer.
Again, if it's more than a certain amount, go for it. If it's not, then just don't.
So you think I should just go on ahead, just with my regular party?
Okay, seriously, do not go for ultimate weapons on people unless you have leveled them up to a certain point.
Good point.
If you are using people enough to where they are leveled up to the curve, and are juggling parties around more than just sticking with, a certain amount of people, you'd be more inclined to go grab the ultimate weapons of more people. But since you are
just using the three,
just using the 3 instead of shifting around, you're just going to want to go after their ultimate weapons.
Oh, look, it's Soldier. Ooh. Ow!
Yeah, so the soldiers are no longer fooling around. The soldiers in the Shinra Tower before were like soldiers 5th class. These are actually 1st class.
That's why their uniforms are different.
Remember how Cloud said he was 1st class before? And technically is, because he has Zack in him? There's a reason why Zack was kind of king of Shit Mountain.
Chocomog was born. Chocomog's fully leveled up.
Yeah, so...
Master Materia achievement unlocked.
Cool.
Anyway.
Yeah, so Zack was not someone you fooled around with, because he was part of that class. He was the top of that class.
Was he, like, right below Sephiroth or something like that?
He was 2nd to Sephiroth, but he was on the verge of, I think, tying with him. Like, I think the only reason Sephiroth beat him out was because Sephiroth had the latent powers of Jenova in him. Had Sephiroth not had those cells, Zack probably would have been beaten Sephiroth.
By the way, right where I'm standing, and you'll see it, like I said, here in the video, is where the weapon would be if we had Baron in our party.
Yep.
Here we go!
Like, there's a reason that a lot of the powerful people in Final Fantasy are people you should not screw around with.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
I thought to be a clone, you have to be made from the person's cells and like look like them and stuff like that. How is Cloud a clone if he already had his own body?
So here's sort of the idea of what happened with Cloud. When the incident at the village happened,
The
he was
Nibelheim
thrown in a
incident.
giant. Yeah, the Nibelheim incident. He was thrown in a vat with pretty much a conglomerate of everybody else that was around, right?
Yeah, him and Zack, I think, if I remember right.
Him, Zack, and a bunch of the people from the town.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It doesn't... Maybe Cloud's body was more intact than the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And that the rest of them were just either burned or just sort of destroyed to a point where only a small amounts of them could be used.
Mm-hmm.
But more of Cloud's body was able to be used, so he kept his form. Unlike the rest of them, which just had traces of DNA left. Like, there were few traces of them left versus Cloud having his entire body still, or more of his body than the rest of the people. So that might be one of the reasons why, is because Cloud wasn't completely destroyed by the fire. Remember, he was in a different place than everybody else. He was outside when everybody else was inside.
True.
So probably worst case scenario is that you got only like a few third degree, maybe fourth degree burns on parts of his body, while everybody else inside was pretty much just
Incinerated.
incinerated or to the point of where they were nothing but bones.
If that.
If that. So
You know, I
the fact
thought...
that Cloud,
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
the fact that Cloud was outside probably is the reason why he still has his body.
You know, I thought Gast was Sephiroth's father, not Hojo. Unless I'm getting my facts wrong.
Gast is Sephiroth's biological father.
Oh, right.
Ho is Sephiroth's adoptive father.
Ah, right.
Because remember, Gast is the one who gave the experiment the okay. But he's also the one who gave the sample to be used. So he's the one who is biologically Sephiroth's father.
He's the one who got Sephiroth's mom pregnant, but...
Hojo's the one who screwed with the child, so he's the adoptive father.
Not saying that, adoptive parents actually do that. This is just an extreme case.
This is in a very extreme case. Hojo might also think of himself as Sephiroth's father because Sephiroth is his creation, technically.
Yeah.
And so it might be one of those more mania syndromes than, like, an actual thing.
Yeah. Oh, there's a hair on my arm and I thought it was a bug. I almost had a freak out.
Like, every single time we've talked to Sephiroth and met him, he's never mentioned anything about his dad.
Yeah.
He's only mentioned things about his mom, Jenova.
And on a different subject, too much power is going to the system when it starts sparking like that.
Yeah, so Hojo here didn't let it cool down, and we're using raw Mako right now. So... he's also overclocking.
And he injected himself with Jenova cells.
Well, he was probably going to do that at a certain point anyway.
I love this music.
Yeah, Hojo is crazy to a very extreme point. He is mad scientist.
No, he's beyond mad scientist.
Like, when you first see him, you just think of him as a weird, creepy scientist. Then you see him as a mad scientist. Then you see him as someone who's absolutely batshit.
Should I go ahead and use knights, or go just, attack him normally?
You saved before this, so go ahead and just do the battle normally, and if you can't, then just knights. The great part about this fight is that he emotes. And he also doesn't fight himself.
I want to see if Hades... I don't remember if Hades works on him or not.
It might work on his add-ons, but I don't think it really works on him.
I remember he has multiple forms in this fight.
He does. I don't... Usually when something has multiple forms, it will usually transfer the immunities. In some cases it doesn't. In some cases it changes the immunities and either gives them more or sometimes gives them less in rare cases, but... usually they'll keep them.
I did save before this fight, right?
I believe you did.
Yeah. That was before I went up the stairs.
Yep.
Die already! Don't smack me!
Yeah, so... where's Hades gonna go?
I decided not to use Hades.
Alright.
I mean, you think I should?
I don't know. Honestly, Hades is one of those summons you may never see. So by the time you get Hades, the bosses are usually immune to most of what Hades does.
Yeah.
And I don't quite remember if Hades does all of the status effects at once, or if it's random.
He's changing forms.
Alright.
Oh, dude, you ugly.
So, Hojin here did something very stupid.
Shit! Because of the barrier on Cloud, I forgot I can't do it that way. No.
So again, I should mention that Hojo did something that, if it weren't for the fact that he was completely insane, would be very questionable.
What?
He injected himself with what effectively is pure radiation.
Mm-hmm. This summon used to scare me, actually.
That's understandable.
I was about 7 or 8 when this game came out, so yeah, that's really understandable. Does it do anything besides damage? Doesn't look like it. Stab.
It does do decent amounts of damage. Because remember, Hades is an attack that is non-elemental.
Oh, that's right, it only does status. Hi, Odin.
Yep. I would not risk Jana.
You think I should go Knights of the Round?
Honestly, maybe, but only if you really feel threatened. We shouldn't spam Knights of the Round left and right unless we absolutely have to.
I'll keep Phoenix in reserve for now.
That's probably good.
In case Red or Cloud go down. I don't want to use Howling Moon. I'll lose control of him.
Yeah, so the one problem with sort of summons, really, is that you can only use them a certain amount of times instead of just spam them.
Uh-huh. That's why I like in 8 that you can spam them until basically their health runs out. You know what I mean?
And in games before this, you could just spam them without cause.
I think he's very Earth-based, so this is gonna hurt.
Honestly, I haven't really looked up the stats of this guy, and I won't bother, really.
What's going on? Oh, his arm grew back. I hate when that happens. Hello. Come on. I don't want to use this limit.
Hello, person. We are fighting Weird Hojo.
Hi there. Welcome to the channel. If you like what you see, please subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. We stream every Monday?
Every Monday.
It's funny, I can't let Red 13 heal before another summon comes out.
Well, right now we're spamming all the summons that we can.
Because summons are awesome.
The only summon we haven't used is Shiva, which means that we don't know if Ice will do anything.
I can't remember who has Shiva. I think it might be Red.
We know Earth, Fire, and Lightning work against him. Which means that 3 of the 4 that Kujata can do will work.
Stab. No, okay, Yuffie had Shiva.
Well, let's try Shiva, and if it works and doesn't heal him, then let's just use Kujata. We don't have ultima. In fact, even though ultimate weapon is floating up,
Red. Okay.
we could have ultima at this point, but I don't think ultimate weapon. No, we do have ultimate weapon ready.
Yeah, we do, but you said, hey, let's go ahead and do Midgar and come back to it.
Yeah, because ultimate weapon hurts. Okay, not the worst, but still.
Okay, they all do damage, so I can use Kujata.
Yes.
God, why am I like rocking back and forth in my chair, like the excitement of this fight?
Because you finally get to put it to Hojo?
Because I hate Hojo so much. Because he's a
Everybody.
selfish.
He's selfish to a point of insanity.
Yep. Come on, die already!
He has a lot of health. Also the fact that the lance can sometimes target the limbs instead of the body.
All the summons! Oh, that did a lot of damage!
Kujata is 4 elements worth of damage.
What's going on? Oh, is he going to his, oh, he's going to his 3rd form. This is where I'm probably going to end up using Knights of the Round.
Yep.
Yeah.
For reference sake, we're not trying to use Knights of the Round to break everything. At least not too much.
But it is useful.
It's useful for if there's problems.
Red 13, yeah, he has his limit, but it's Howling Moon, which causes him to go berserk, and I don't want that.
Not until we've run
Oh
him
no,
out
no,
of...
no, 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 no! Silence, I forgot about that. I forgot he can cast Silence.
Well, Yuffie's weapon is still good.
True.
We don't necessarily have to nix him with Knights of the Round.
I want to. And also, Red 13's our healer.
He's not the one who got silenced, Yuffie is. Now he's silenced.
You know what? Since I just have the tag, might as well use Howling Moon. You know?
If he survives this.
Yes, if he survives.
Probably won't. Okay, case in point right now, Knights of the Round is still not leveled up enough to where it is doing quad 9s.
Yeah. But it's doing enough where it's wiping out a lot of the guys in our way.
Yeah. It's probably a mixture of the level of the materia, which I'm not sure, and the fact that Cloud probably doesn't have the best magic stat.
Or both.
It's probably a little bit of both. Like at this point, I think Red is the person with the highest magic stat.
I think you're right.
At this point in the game, I think Red is the person with the highest magic stat.
We did it!
Goodbye, Hojo.
Mm-hmm. Odin leveled up. Everyone has leveled up. Multiple times.
Good.
And I got a power source from it. Okay.
Don't remember what that does. You have a few of those things. Don't sympathize with Hojo. Then again, Yuffie hasn't really been around a lot.
Yeah. And Yuffie, I think, is the youngest in the party?
Yes. Yes, she is.
Hmm. Oh, Red.
Speaking the truth.
Mm-hmm.
do. Again, just sort of saying what's going on. Everybody's sort of reflecting now that they have that time limit over their head.
1 week. But it's funny how they're playing the music that plays in Fort Condor.
Like, out of this group, a lot of people do have, like, legitimate reason for doing what they're doing right now. But at least one person in this group doesn't, and that would be Vincent.
Vincent just wanted revenge on Hojo, right?
Vincent wanted revenge, I believe, on Hojo specifically because of what he did. But I think, in a wider point of things, he also wants revenge on Shinra in general for what they did.
Yeah.
And now that this is happening, I'm not sure Vincent really has much. We've killed Hojo, we've killed the person who made him like he is, and Shinra's pretty much defunct at this point. Now the only reason Vincent here is because he wants to see this adventure through at this point. Either that, or he has a debt to the people who actually helped him fulfill his promise of revenge.
Or both.
Or both.
Yuffie and
I feel like
Vincent,
it's more the
weren't they
second one.
added like last minute or something like that?
Vincent was added last minute. Yuffie was added not as last minute as Vincent, but pretty late in development. But you can definitely tell that Vincent was added later than Yuffie because Yuffie at least has somewhat of a side story to her, while Vincent has nothing.
Mostly what you get from him is maybe a flashback that is revealed.
You get like a flashback or two, but mostly his backstory is in text. And it's not that fleshed out.
If they had had more time, they probably would have added more, but time restraints.
Not just time restraints, but budget restraints.
Yeah.
Because I believe after, at around Disc 3, they were starting to run out of budget.
Oh.
Like, around Disc 3, they started to run out of budget.
Didn't they have like a lot of coding issues as well, that they couldn't get the code to work for a while?
What ended up happening was that when they originally made Final Fantasy VII, the minute they got it to work, they shipped it out. Because what they were saying, and what we eventually learned that they said was, okay, everything's working, let's ship it out as is, because we don't want to touch anything and break things further. It's effectively how it went. So all the weirdness in the code that people have found like years later was because they didn't want to touch anything, because they had just got it working and they were running late.
Yeah.
They were running low on time, and they did not have the budget in either time or money to go back and start fixing things and hoping that they finished for the release date. So, like, the minute that everything was working in the most basic way possible,
Out the door.
it was out the door. Granted, surprisingly, a lot of the bigger things that probably could have become issues, like a lot of the bigger bugs, are very isolated. And the bugs that are the most common are things that won't corrupt your data or really anything like that, and are just very strange occurrences.
Or it could be like the chocobo breeding glitch that we exploited.
Like, there's the breeding glitch. There is the submarine glitch. And there is, I believe, one other glitch that allows you to... It wasn't duplicate items, but it was to do some weird things with manipulate. And And those were the main ones that you could run into. The bigger glitches, like things that could crash the game or corrupt data, were sort of away. But you can definitely tell there's issues for the fact that blind doesn't work, spirit doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Some magics and things don't actually work properly, or reference the wrong numbers.
I mean, it's still a good game. I'm not taking away from that.
It's a good game, and it definitely holds up better than some.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of sort of archaic weirdness from this era of games that are definitely there.
Yeah. She's like, let me sleep. Tifa really likes him.
She has for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, they made a promise when they were kids.
True.
She's held on to that promise.
Why does Tifa have a blue glow to her?
Hmm?
Look at her. Look like she's like glowing blue a little bit.
That might be because they accidentally layered part of the skybox wrong.
Oh. I mean, it's a small
might
thing, you know?
That might just be a layering issue. One of those things that they didn't really catch.
Yeah.
Again, there are fan updates to this game
But see...
that you can still
go ahead.
still get.
I
Where
could...
it fixes a lot of smaller bugs.
I could, but honestly, for the stream, I've read... I like playing the original version. Original as PC gets.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, the PC version compared to the PS1 version is nearly identical.
Yeah.
There's only the only thing that's changed is the fact that they had to port it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the code is slightly different. But all the weirdness of the PS1 version and other things like that still happen.
Do you want to know how Sony got around pirates for a while with the original PlayStation?
Oh, it's kind of funny.
A lot of people don't know this, a lot of discs wobble a little bit when they're spinning, and PlayStation discs have a certain wobble that cannot be recreated.
Yes. It's one of the older anti-piracy measures that Sony used to use.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you manage to pirate certain games, they still have anti-piracy measures in the games.
Oh, like Spyro 3.
No, even the original Spyro.
Oh, that's right, like gems start disappearing and whatnot, right?
Well, not just that, but after a certain point, it would just... You could not pass after a certain point.
And if I...
Like, it would just...
go ahead.
It would delete your data.
I remember in reading about one of them that even if you got all the way to the end, it just put you right back at the beginning.
Correct. That was in Spyro 2.
Mm.
Either Spyro 1 or Spyro 2. I think it was 2. Probably wrong, though.
Whoa. They were all eavesdropping on Cloud.
I mean, he's not exactly the quietest man.
Not really. Believe it or not, Cloud's final look in Kingdom Hearts was based off Vincent Valentine?
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Because according to the director of Kingdom Hearts, Cloud at that point is going down a very dark path, so that's why they took aspects from Vincent and put it on Cloud.
Well, the entire point of Square characters, you know, like FF's characters and other characters like that in Kingdom Hearts was because they sort of wanted those crossover. But then it sort of became less and less as time went on.
Yep.
At I believe it was actually the person who was directing Kingdom Hearts' discretion. But the entire point of why Cloud exists in the Kingdom Hearts series is because he's chasing after Sephiroth. Because in that series, I believe, after defeating Sephiroth in this game, or before he defeats Sephiroth, he sort of disappears, and so he chases after him. Or this world is eaten before he can, you know, fully defeat Sephiroth.
Hi, Yuffie. Yeah, her air sickness is sometimes played for laughs.
Yeah, it sort of implied that Cloud could not kill Sephiroth before the world was taken away. So he's chasing after Sephiroth through all the other worlds to try and finally end what he started.
I think this is going to eat up majority of our time, these cutscenes, you know?
Unfortunately, that happens in the late game.
So I'm thinking next week, when we come back, is we'll do the Wutai side mission and Ultimate Weapon next week.
That is probably for the best. And if we feel like we have enough time, we can try Ruby Weapon.
Yeah.
Try being the key word.
For a long time when I was younger, this theme, Aerith's theme, would make me cry every time I heard it.
It's meant to.
I know.
Like, the use of sound direction in the Final Fantasy games is real good.
I'm not crying, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, there's this theory that Cloud killed Aerith?
That's one of those weird fan theories that you should just leave alone.
They're saying the way he killed her is he drowned her because she was only paralyzed by Sephiroth.
No, just...
No.
Let me have a disclaimer to everybody who's listening right now, and to everybody who wants to sort of look into the actual story of Final Fantasy VII. Whenever you see someone's theories about it, always take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Because that is their own interpretation of how things are going.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that's what I believe either.
But the actual story and actual storylines, implications and everything, can probably be found on, like, the actual person's Twitter or something like that. Or if in all cases fails, one of the wikis, where people will usually just spell it out. If you want to experience the story for yourself and piece together what you will, go ahead and just
either watch our Let's Play or
play
it yourself. Like I said,
I highly recommend playing it yourself if you want your own experience, because watching other people play it gives you a different experience than if you played it yourself.
Oh. Ooh. We are at the end of part 2.
Yep.
Or disc 2, or you know what I mean.
Yeah. So, for everybody who doesn't know, I didn't have a physical copy of this game. This game was 3 discs.
And it was the longest game on the PlayStation at that time.
I don't know about that statistic, but you probably would be the one to say that more than me.
At least that's what I thought, but, you know, I could be wrong. There could have been other games just as long or longer on the original PlayStation around this time. Not sure.
That's one of those things that we would have to look up, but we don't really feel like it, so look that up if you really want to know. Otherwise, because this game was in multiple discs, because that's how things had to be done, the third disc had some weirdness to it, because I think it was supposed to be 4, but then time and budget constraints happened. So it became 3.
Yeah. I know 4 had... no, not 4. 8 had 4.
Yes, 8 had 4 discs, and 7 was supposed to have 4 discs. But due to time constraints and trying to get it out, I think around Christmas, and some budget constraints with, I think around halfway through disc 3, they decided to condense down whatever they had for disc 4 and sort of just insert it into disc 3.
Yep. Yes, save. I think we did a lot of good stuff, you know, on this Let's Play. Hello. I know we're supposed to go down in the northern crater, but I don't want to do that just yet.
You don't have to. As far as I know, you don't have to.
You know, I'm gonna get us... Okay, what do we want to do first next? The Wutai side mission or Ultima weapon first next week? Because wherever you...
The Wutai side mission is probably the easier one to do, even though you start out with, like, no materia.
Actually, she only takes a set amount of materia, and you do have some material left over depending on how many materia you have.
Yeah, so it's probably easier to do the Wutai because a lot of the HP numbers in the Wutai quests are much smaller than the weapons.
So we're heading to Wutai, but we're just gonna park over there.
Yep.
Wutai, I think is this way? I'm not sure.
Do we have to go to see Bugenhagen?
That's Cosmo Canyon.
Someone's saying go see Bugenhagen.
Do we have time?
I don't do... Could you please explain why we need to go see Bugenhagen? Because I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
It's been some time for me. And remember, the LP that I did watch was not 100%, so...
Should we go ahead and see him, even though he hasn't said anything?
Go ahead and see Bugenhagen and see exactly what he might have. And then next time we can fly over the Wutai.
Oh no, it's an enemy, I'm so scared. Bugenhagen. Huh?
And the enemies here are a joke right now.
Yeah. Okay, back to Cosmo Canyon.
Bugenhagen? Or Bugenhagen? Huh.
Oh, I remember this!
Bugenhagen, yeah.
I thought it was Bugenhagen.
It's Bugenhagen.
I remember this now. This won't be long. But I'll be sad.
Don't remember this.
I do.
Right.
You know, it's funny, some things you don't remember and some things you just can't forget, you know?
Yep.
How does Red 13 climb ladders?
Shrug. I jokingly say it's Mako, I ain't gotta explain shit. AKA magic.
I mean, if Spyro can climb walls with his claws, I'm not... everything's out the window.
Different series, but okay.
You know what I mean.
know how long this man has been alive.
Look it up.
One of the nice touches is that you see him jovially laugh like, oh, sort of like that.
Mm-hmm.
In this scene, you see his last one go like, ugh.
Mm-hmm. Limited Moon, which I think is his best weapon?
He's 129.
Yeah. And Reddit is not taking this very well, I can tell.
Yeah, the dude was human.
Like I said, I don't think Red's taking it very well, though. Poor guy.
I don't think anyone would take it well.
Oh yeah, that's a big stat increase. Holy crap.
Oh boy. The only problem is it has no growth.
Oh well. Gravity.
It has 8 slots and no growth, which means that anything we put on it won't be getting level up, so...
You know what?
Remember, don't go too overboard.
I'm taking these off of him because those are some of the extra ones that I don't think Yuffie will take in the in the Wu-Tai side mission. Because she takes them by order of importance and only a certain amount of, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So like, she'll take my summons, she'll take some like high-ranking magic, maybe some of my commands, but that's about it.
By the way, thank you, friend in chat, for reminding
us. Yep, Wu-Tai's just over there. I gotta park over here, though. Actually, no, I can park closer. It's just we need to initiate the cutscene by going over the bridges. You know what I mean?
Just park at the start of the bridge, then.
Because Wu-Tai, if I remember right, is right over here. Yep, see, there's Wu-Tai. But we need to initiate the cutscene to start the side quest. And we can do that
again,
next
just park
week.
before the cutscene bridge. Is it a specific bridge, or is it just...
You have to cross all those bridges to get to Wu-Tai, and, you know, start the cutscene. So we have to park, like, here. Or do we park inside the Highwind or outside the Highwind?
We should probably just park inside the Highwind.
Let me see if I... Nope. Now you back in. Thank you. You alright?
Yeah, that was just a stretch.
Alright. Gonna heal up and then save. Even though I probably don't need to heal, but... Save. Alright, I think that'll do it for us this week. You know? We got a lot done.
Yep.
So next week we do the Wu-Tai side mission and Ultima weapon if we have time. Because I don't remember how long the Wu-Tai side mission takes.
Shouldn't be too bad.
Yes, considering we're kind of, I think, over-leveled. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We will be back next week. And I can't think of anything else to say. Anything you got, Ashtar?
Nope.
Alright. And so, until next week, stay safe out there. And this has been AJ.
And Ashtar.
You guys have a great rest of your week. Bye. Say bye, Ashtar.
Bye.